The setup we're going to look at right now is using the Elmo document camera, the Jabra speaker, and then your USB hubs. So what's going to happen is I will zoom in and show you all these cables and exactly what you would need to do in your classroom. As you can see, I have a lot of cables here on my desk, but they are all zip tied together, and yours will be too. All you'll need to worry about is plugging one or two devices into your computer, and everything else is already going to be plugged into the USB hub and the dongle for your specific computer. So the USB hub has your smartboard USB, your document camera USB, and your speaker USB. Again, you're not going to have to worry about any of that because it's going to be pre-plugged in for you. The dongle for your computer will plug in directly to that computer, and all of those USBs are now connected. You also will have your plugs because the USB hub and the document camera have to have their own power source. So these two plugs will be plugged into the power source, most likely a surge protector nearby. The Jabra speaker is again plugged into that USB port, and you're going to want to place this somewhere that is able to hear all the locations. The Elmo document camera can fold flat for storage. So if yours is folded down, the first thing you're going to want to do is just unfold it. You'll notice the piece on the top can fold down flat or it can go upwards. This is how you're going to aim your camera as a webcam. It also pivots so that you can turn the camera to face the direction you want. Another thing you're going to want to notice about the document camera is there is a light right here on the base. And if you hit the power button, the light will turn red. And if you hit the power button again, the light turns green. You need the light to be green in order to be using the camera. So red is off, green is on. The next thing you need to be aware of is the connection to your smartboard. Depending on your classroom, it could probably be already plugged in, or you may have to plug it in yourself. If you have a USB and an HDMI cord that are not plugged into your board, you are going to take those two cords and connect them to your smartboard. You have the convenience panel on the side of the 6000S model, so you can just plug these cords right here, and now I am connected to my board. Once you've connected your USB and your HDMI, you are going to select the input on your iCue and then select the screen that you've plugged into. You'll see my computer will now pop up on my smart panel, and I can display whatever needs to be displayed. Now that I have my computer connected to my smart panel, you will notice that both displays are identical. This is referred to as a mirror display. But what if I want to have something on my smart panel and something different on my computer? For example, my lesson on one and my Google Meet on the other. To do that, we are going to switch to what is called an extended display. On your Mac, you are going to come up to the top where you see this little square and triangle, and when you click on it, you will select Use as Separate Display. Now you will see that my computer currently has my browser open and my smart panel just has my wallpaper. I can take this window and drag it across, and you'll notice it leaves my desktop and is now showing on my smart panel. Now that I have my Google Classroom on the display, I am going to open Zoom on my computer. Since I don't have any meetings scheduled right now, I am just going to select New Meeting, and it's going to open an empty call. For now, I'm going to click Join with Computer Audio, and you'll see in a second what we're about to switch. Now that I am in my Zoom call, I want to switch from the built-in camera of the computer to the document camera that I have attached via USB. To do this, I drag my mouse down so the menu opens, and next to the camera is an arrow. I select the arrow, and you will see two cameras are listed. FaceTime is the built-in camera to your MacBook, and this specific Elmo is the MX-P2. Don't worry about knowing what it should say because you're only going to have one camera connected, and therefore whatever is not FaceTime is the camera you select. You'll notice as soon as I did that, we are now looking at our smart panel through the Zoom call. This camera does rotate, so as you can see, I can look at the camera we're currently recording on. The problem is the camera's upside down. So how do we rotate it so we're looking right side up? On the deck of the camera is a little button with arrows. Select that arrow and it will rotate the image so that you are face up. If I go to rotate the camera again to look back at my smart panel and not my class, it will do that same thing. It will look upside down because you're turning the camera. However, if you click the arrows again, it rotates the image so it is right side up. Now that we have the camera set the way we want, we are going to adjust our speaker. Again, you're going to move your mouse and it will see the mute button has an arrow next to it. Select that arrow, and right now the built-in MacBook Pro speaker and microphone is selected. This speaker is the Jabra, so I am going to select Jabra Speak, and I am going to select Jabra Speak. So now my microphone and speaker are both going to be coming out of this device. This microphone does have a 360 pickup, so you want to put it somewhere where it will hear your entire classroom. So don't put it under your desk or hide it somewhere. You want it to be open and out. You want to put it somewhere where it will hear your entire classroom, so don't put it under your desk or hide it somewhere. You want it to be open and out.